Hello traders, welcome back to another video. So in this video we're going to talk about SMC entries. We're going to firstly talk about the risk entry. Secondly, we're going to talk about the confirmation entry. So those two entries are mainly the ones that you're going to use when it comes to your SMC trading. So without wasting any time, let's get into it. So let's say the market is pushing to the upside, creating those higher highs and higher lows like this. You already know that we came from this break of structure right here, which means the market is nicely pushing to the upside. What you need to understand is where the 0.5 level is at. That is where the Fibonacci comes in. You take your Fib tool from the low to the high, and then as you can see, we are below that blue line here, which means you can take entries, confirmation or risk entry. So firstly, we're going to talk about the risk entry. So the risk entry, let's say you have established an area of interest, the market has to tap into this area, then you buy, or you can set your buy limit just below this point here, and then your stop loss is just below. So this is a risk entry, and then there are like some pros and cons when it comes to your risk entry, just because the market can just slightly drop to the downside, take you out before pushing to the upside, or slightly push to the downside. That is where the confirmation entry comes in. So we get tapped into this area, then we push to the upside, then we get a new break of structure. So now we get to the confirmation part. So we get a break of structure. We talked about the risk entry. You just wait for a break of structure, maybe on the 4-hour. You switch over to the 1-hour, the 15-minute. That is where you can establish your POI or your point of interest. Then that is when you can place your risk entry just like that, and then your stop loss is just below, né? And then for the confirmation entry, you wait for a break of structure. The market has to pull back into your area of interest just like this. We tap into that area of interest. Let's say maybe it's around here, and then there are like two areas when it comes to trading SMC. Firstly, we have the first area, which should be below the 0.5 level. Let's say maybe we have this going on. You have the first zone just like this. This is where I use like my confirmation entries, and then this is where we take our risk entries, knowing that we are protected by this low point here. And then here we take our confirmation entry. So the confirmation entry comes in with market structure. So we push down internally. So this is internal market structure. Pushing down, we tap into this area here, and then what you're going to wait for is for the market to take out this high point here. After we take out that high point, that is when you can establish a change of character. Then that is when you can place your confirmation entry. So let's say here we have an area. We know that the market has to break this structure point, come back into a POI, just because on the lower time frame you can refine maybe a demand zone right there. Then that is when you can draw it out, knowing that you can place your buy around here, target here, stop loss just below this previous low here, knowing that we have to take out the previous high just like that. So that is the confirmation entry right there when it comes to your entries. And then the second entry is where you take your risk entry, guys, of which the market can just fail. This model can fail around here, this model here, or this confirmation or model here can fail, which means that the market will just drop to the downside, take you out in your 1%, and then tap into the extreme zone, knowing that you can place a risk entry now. And then this is where nicely you get your profits nicely, guys, knowing that you place here, your stop loss is just below this area here, which means this low here, if it gets taken out, it means that the trend has changed, né? So I'll show you a bit of examples on AUDUSD with a confirmation and a risk entry, guys, né? So let's get into it. Okay guys, we are on AUDUSD on the 4-hour time frame. So we're going to use this price leg here so that you can understand your confirmation and risk entries, né? So this is a downtrend, as you can see right there, and then you can just draw out like the structures. That is if you want to. As you can see here, we had your high point, your low point right here, and you had your higher high, your higher low, higher high, then the market gave us a lower low, lower high, then we had a lower low right there. So that is your overall market structure, and I used the 3 candle pullback to confirm my higher highs and higher lows. So as you can see here, we had a high, and then we had 1 2 3, then that is your low. Then the market pulled up. As you can see, this is not like 3 candles that have like impulsive moves. As you can see, this one is a big candle, this is the second candle of which it's big and then breaking the previous low. This is the third one breaking the previous low of which it's big. Here we didn't have like any confirmation, and then as you can see, these are weak creations. Even if we draw out like this and say that this is a break, this is not confirmed. As you can see from here, we had your 1 2 3 of which that is nicely confirmed. So this is a break of structure right here, and at the top of the structure again we had another break of structure, which is this one here. Then after having that break of structure, you can see that this was a protected low, and then this high had to be taken out, and then the market did not do that. Instead, we had a change of character just around this point here. Then after having the change of character, we created a low here. As we can see, the 3 candle pullback has been established around this point, and we tapped into this area of interest right here, just because this is like a big zone, guys. Now, so we can take our flip tool from the high to the low just to confirm if we tapped into the 0.5 level, of which we didn't. So if we didn't, it means that there was no entry around here. And then we had a new break of structure, of which it's this one here. And then after having the break of structure, we know that this is our protected high, and then this low here has to be taken out. And as we can clearly see, we had a gap here. Then after having that gap, we have this area as our extreme area of interest. And then firstly, what you need to understand is that, like I said, we have 2 areas of interest. So the first one was this one here. First one was this one here. The second one is at the top. So let's move over to the 1 hour. So on the 1 hour time frame, as you can see right here, as you can see on the 1 hour time frame, we can just zoom out. Sorry about the background noise, guys. Sorry about that, guys. It's noisy around here, but like it's okay. So let's zoom out. As you can see, we have this as our extreme zone, and then we had this as our first area of interest. And then on the first area of interest, what we want to see is the confirmation. So the confirmation is like this, then we have a change of character, then we get to sell the market. But like as you can see, the market did not give us anything, and then we enter on the 15-minute time frame like I told you guys. So let's get to that price leg on the 15-minute time frame. So as you can see on the 15-minute, we didn't get anything from that point. Let me just remove this thing here, just because it can be a bit confusing, guys. Now, so removing this. So we tapped into that zone. As you can see, the market invalidated it, and then we went to the extreme zone, of which it's this one here. Then after tapping into the extreme zone, firstly, what I told you is that you can enter with a risk entry, knowing that we are protected. So the entry would have been here at the top, just like that, below the structure. And then the stop loss would have been just around here or slightly tight. That is how you want it. Depends on your risk appetite. So as you can see, it's 113, and then you can put it maybe at 140. That depends on you as a trader. And as you can see, if we zoom out, this is where the confirmation entry also came up, just because we had the risk entry at the top, then we also had the confirmation. So if we look at the structure, you can see that this is our high, this is our low, and this is our high, this is our low here. And then we were expecting what? The market to respect this area here. So instead of breaking this previous high here, just because if we broke this previous high, it would have meant that the market is still continuing to push up, but like it didn't do that. As you can see, this is still an X right there, just to show that we had a liquidity sweep right there. So this low here got taken out in form of a change of character. So the change of character came up. So this is the confirmation right there, change of character right here, just like that. Then after having the change of character, now you look for your area of interest where you will enter the trade. So like I said, here we had areas, a bit more areas of interest. So as you can see here, this was the last candle that gave us that impulse to the downside. The second area was this one, of which it was a bit imbalanced. As you can see, we had a gap right there, and then we had the extreme, of which it's at the top of the structure right here. So this is the extreme. As you can see, there was a lot going on around that point. So this is the extreme. So it means that you can take entries. Let's say maybe for just to keep everything simple, guys, you take the first entry here, you get tagged out. That's the confirmation entry. As you can see, you get tagged out, of stop loss, and then you take the second entry right here. Let me just do this. First entry was here, stop loss is just above this area here, just like that, and then you're targeting the lows. As you can see, the market reached around 1.5 level, and then we took out this low, which means you would have moved your stop loss to break even. Whenever we take out the low, you move your stop loss to break even, of which that would have been a break even loss, a break even, not a loss, guys. Now, so the second entry would have been around here, risk entry, stops just above, and then you know that we have to take out this low here before you can move your stop loss to break even. So we took out that low, and the market reached around, let's check, the market reached around 6%, of which you would have taken maybe some profits on this one. Let's say 3%, let's just say 3% on this one. So I'll just write it out around here. Let's just say 3%. Sorry about that, let me just keep it at the back of my mind. So 3% on that one, and then the market decided to pull back up and then take you out on that trade, of which you got 3%. And then now getting to the extreme zone. So as you can see, on the extreme, you place an entry right here, then the market pulled down, then came back, slightly trying to take out your stop loss. As you can see, let me just do this, slightly trying to take out your stop loss, as you can see right there. And let's just keep it, maybe let's just say maybe this is 100 pip stop loss, or a 10 pip stop, no? 100, just like that. This is a 10 pip stop loss, and you know that you're targeting the lows just like that. You're targeting the lows just like that. So this entry would have been around 9.9, or just say 10%. So we continue. So the first entry was 3%. The first entry was 3%. Let's just leave it at that. And then since we had a change of character, most of you would be confused as to where to enter again. So as you can see, lower low right there, lower low right here, then we had our lower high, of which it's this one here. So which means that this high here is protected. There's no way that the market can take that out, just because if it gets taken out, it means that the market is no longer pushing to the downside, and it's coming back to push to the upside. So break of structure right here. So that's another confirmation, or it's not a confirmation, or a continuation trade, just because we had a change of character here, or a change in trend. So now we have to look at our area of interest. So firstly, what you can clearly see is that we didn't get anything here. We get this one here, a buy to sell, but like it wasn't that giving us like any confirmation here, or it wasn't that deep. As you can see, we didn't get like that impulsive move. And then as you can see here at the top of the structure, there was a nice area of interest just like that. And I don't use flip zones. For those who use flip zones will know that this is like an area of interest whereby you can take it like this. But like I don't like using flip zones, so I like keeping things a bit simple on my side. So as you can see, we didn't get any opportunity, then the market started dropping to the downside. Even if you had like an opportunity here, it would have been nice, but like the market didn't do that, just because the market does what it wants now. So let me just zoom out right there, put it back, and go back to the bigger charts. So as you can see right there, we have a good trade idea. We have a good trade idea, and we can have our stop loss just around this point. Yeah, just like that. We have taken 2 trades, I think it's 3 trades around here, 3 trades around here, and then the last trade was around here for like 10% or 9.9%. So all in all, you would have taken like 18R on this trade idea only, guys. Now on this trade idea only. And yeah, guys, I'll see you on another video. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll keep you posted on other videos. I'll keep posting, guys. For those who are learning, keep learning, guys.